Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Um, it is almost the end of 2020, and I wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to you about how you are going to end 2020. How are you going to end this year? So many people don't even want to mention 2020 once the year changes. I've seen so many memes and jokes in regards to that. Um, but I just want us to stop for a moment and be self-aware and just talk about how we're going to close out this year that the entire world um, pretty much has hated and has been disrupted. I don't think that there's a place in this entire world that has not been affected by the year 2020. Um, so my question for you is, how do you want to end 2020? Do you want to end 2020 as a victim? Are you going to end 2020? I'm going to use myself as an example. Do I want to use 2020 as a time where I said, I lost my job and I'm homeschooling my kid and I have to be on unemployment and oh, life is terrible and I've been stuck in my house. And I can sit around and I can think about all the terrible things that have happened this year because, man, there's been a lot of things, but not everything has been terrible. I know there's been a lot of pain and a lot of loss for many people who've been affected by COVID-19. And it has been hard for many people, so I'm not trying to take light or make light over the situation, but we do get to choose how we end this year. And if you're a son and daughter of God, we need to end 2020 as strong warriors. We need to shake off the past and shake off the shame, shake off the feeling or the mentality of this year's no good and where's God and is he really for me? Is he really with me? And I was brought to Ezekiel chapter 37, and that's what I want to read. I'm going to read a lot of it and I'll make it quick just to tie a little bow up on this joint. So I'm going to be reading the Valley of Dry Bones, and this is Ezekiel chapter 37, and I am starting in verse 1 if you're reading along. The hand of the Lord was on me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, Sovereign Lord, you alone know. Then he said to me, Prophesy to these bones and say to them, Dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and the tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. Then he said to me, Prophesy to the breath, prophesy, Son of man, and say, This is what the Sovereign Lord says. Come, breath from the four winds, and breathe into the slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, Our bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, This is what the Sovereign Lord says. My people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I am the Lord. I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it, declares the Lord. Guys, this is us. This is right now. If we are looking at what's going on in the United States or even in the world, but right now I'm speaking to those in the United States, of our situation that we have going on, and it looks like we are defeated. If we turn on the news, it looks like we're defeated. If we listen to what people are saying or what we're reading on social media, it looks like doom and gloom. But I am here to tell you that we are to prophesy to the dry bones. We are to prophesy over this land that looks like it is, that the breath has gone out of it, that there is no more life. This land that is just full of dry bones. But we are to prophesy to our life. We are to prophesy over our family. We are to prophesy over other sons and daughters who may even be prodigal or are away from God. Guys, this is the time in 2020, in the middle of the shaking, in the middle of the quaking. This is the time for us to decide if we are going to be a victim, if we are going to stay dry, if we are going to let our bones die. Are we going to let this land dry up and just become a desolate land, a graveyard? Or are we going to prophesy to our life? Are we going to prophesy over ourselves and say, these, get up, live, have breath, dry bones, live? Are we going to speak to this nation and say, you will be healed in Jesus' name. Dry bones, you will arise. Breath of God, cover this land. I just speak this over sons and daughters. I speak this over you. And I'm telling you, it is time for us to get up and prophesy to the dry bones that this nation will live in Jesus' name. That we will settle back here in peace and be alive and thrive. Guys, it's up to us to make our choice. Are we going to be victims? Are we going to end this year as strong warriors? Are we going to rise up in our spiritual identity and be who He says we are? And tell those bones to live in Jesus' name. I love you guys. I just want to encourage you to shake off yesterday. Shake off all the things that have happened this year. It doesn't mean it was easy. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I'm not trying to unvalidate feelings or situations or trials. But what I'm telling you is that our God is bigger. He is the creator. He is the one who gives us life. He is the healer. He is Jehovah Jireh. So, guys, I just want you to be encouraged. I want you to tap into your spiritual heavenly identity of who He says you are. And you are victorious. You are loved. You are created with a purpose. And you are made in His image. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And I want you to consider this for the rest of 2020. Prophesy. Tell these dry bones to live.